Hey, buddy, same thought. We were talking about Sam with Connor again. Perfect scenario
Well,
based on.
it's so hard. It's so hard. Yeah, but you're talking a perfect scenario.
Well, I mean,
Nobody gets hurt. Everybody plays like they can. You know what I mean? It's just it's really unrealistic.
I get it, but there also has to be in your mind because I know for a long
Right.
time now what you see certain
Yes.
guys as 150
Yeah,
game
I always
players.
see their upside, right? Well, I see a 150 game player based on, their physical ability, and their durability, right? And there's a mental component to that too. And with some players, whether they're in their late 20s, early 20s, you just don't know until you run them out there on the stamina side, being able to handle it mentally and physically. Some guys can't do it every day. Some guys think they can, but they really can't. But as it relates to our group and your specific question, I think that's what makes a good team, right? Is the ability to have guys perform in whatever role the club foresees them to have. I'd like to think that Connor, Joe, Sam, Hampson, Gritchick, all these guys are going to get plenty of at-bats during the course of the season if they all stay healthy and they all perform to expectations. Does that make sense? Because I do think there's always plenty of at-bats to go around, especially now with the DH. In our league.
I guess part of it was with Connor, who has such a unique story, if you will, the last couple of years, and in a smaller sample size, which can be
right.
Can go both ways, right?
No doubt.
How you view him now, having seen him.
Well, I'd like to think that what we saw, what our scouts saw, that can carry over. Because I do think the at-bat is solid. It's a good at-bat. Strike zone awareness, bat speed, handle major league pitching, small sample. But knowing him like we do, I think leads us to believe it can happen. And with other guys who've had a larger sample size, we've seen flashes. And again, we want to try to win every game. And we're going to, put our players out there on a given night to win as many games as we can. I think you owe that to the team, owe that to the fans, owe that to everyone to do that, and not think about There's certain situations where I know where you're getting at. There's certain situations where you'd really like to, give players an opportunity. Here you go, it's yours, because you have. Great belief. And in certain instances, that has proved fruitful for teams.
Buddy, piggybacking on Drew's question about Connor, where do you see his skills as a first baseman right now? Work in progress? Or is that not giving him enough credit?
Yeah, I don't think that's giving him enough credit. I would say steadily improving to the point where we feel comfortable with him. He's worked hard. Steady improvement from what we saw last year.
From a roster makeup standpoint, obviously you want to have as much depth as possible, but especially with a position player group, do you feel pretty confident that you right now have a group you could take that you're going to or could take in the regular season, and you're already thinking and you're not worried about, gee, is this guy going to make it or is that going to make it?
Yes.
The depth situation, where do you feel on the depth?
We feel good about it.
What is it about the depth you like?
I like the defensive component, both the outfield and the infield. Feel pretty good about it with Hampy, who can do both. Hilliard, Daza, Grichuk can play all three outfield positions. Bryant's versatility, Trejo's ability to play second, short, and third very well. Connor Joe, corner outfield, first base. I think that answers it,
Yeah. And
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also offensively, where do you feel that either you guys need to shore up or maybe certain guys just have to take the next step?
Certain guys have to take the next step. We've seen it with certain guys, but I think we have to increase our on-base percentage. All the things we've talked about over the last couple of years, especially on the road. Increase our road averages offensively. Increase overall on-base percentage. Hopefully our power numbers will increase this year. Stolen base probably down, right? But that's okay if you hit homers, hit doubles. That's where it's got to come from.
Buddy, I imagine regarding Charlie Blackmon and his power, I imagine you're confident those home run numbers, slugging percentage, are going to go up this year.
Yeah. Remind me real quick what Chuck did. I know the
13 homers.
13 doubles.
Don't remember on doubles. I just know
Slugging percentage.
it was, I don't know the exact numbers, but I think they were career lows for a full season for him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I see Chuck improving on those numbers. To your question, yeah.
Still,
Is that a yes or a no?
yeah. Well,
I see
in other words,
I see him yes improving on those numbers.
bat speed still there.
Sure.
launch
Yes.
angle.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Jenny, do you want to do your question yet? On
Right out of the chute,
okay.
first day in.
Tee it up.
What?
Buddy, I have a
No.
really important question for you.
Okay.
Who will be your opening day starter in left field?
See,
Yeah, she got me.
that she got you.
That's a good one too.
Let me mix it up on you.
I'm going to say Chris Bryant.
Pencil it in or pen it in?
I'd say pen it in
Okay.
if things go according to plan.
Would you like to tell us your opening day starter in right field?
Charlie.
Okay, excellent.
Keep going.
Well, you gotta know, she's got 4 days. She can get there by day 4.
You gotta show up here
Spring
every day.
Oh, buddy, I got one for you. The pitch comp, you guys have kind of taken some baby steps with it.
Nice, Thomas. Now we're talking. Yes. What do you think of the pitch comp?
At some point, will you kind of turn it loose and let guys use it throughout the whole?
We are turning it loose. We're letting them decide if they want to use it or not. It's not something that we're force feeding them. Yeah, but it's something. It doesn't happen overnight. For every pitcher's different. Every pitcher catcher combination's different. So, but we've introduced it to them within the last week. That's something new, and there's a comfort level that all pitchers will have and catchers will have with this.
Yeah, a couple
But it takes
said-
time.
Yeah, a couple said they didn't want to do it very much the first time out, but probably can increase it as they.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a progression.
Is it true if you push 9-9, it says hit him in the ribs?
That is false.
Okay.
False.
What do you get on Gomber?
Can't say that on record, right? Because then that will get.
Right. Now that you've had Austin second year,
Right.
second spring, and obviously had to get shut down early last year. Expectations,
Yeah,
thought process. that you translate to-
Again, I think early on, last spring training, really quick, I knew that I was going to be for lack of a better term, I was always going to be on this guy. Liked the conversation, liked how he talked about pitching, liked his stuff. When I saw in early bullpens in spring, and as the season went on, I said, "Yeah, this guy's going to be fine. He's going to be a solid major league pitcher as long as he keeps his health right, stays healthy, makes his starts. I think he's going to stay in a rotation for a long time. I like him. I think there's a lot to like."
When you watch him, a pretty familiar style of pitching.
Somewhat. There's some similarities, but he probably. I mean, compared to me, he's got better stuff than I have overall. But big curveball, pretty straight fastball. He's got a much better slider. Got a better change.
You did okay.
Well, I did okay, but he's a good one. I like him. He's got to stay healthy. Had a little back issue. Arm's fine, but he's all right. He's more than all right.
A lot is made out of Coors Field. I was just wondering, from your playing days, was Royal Stadium a particular problem for teams to come into because of the heat and the artificial turf?
I think if your team speed in the outfield was lacking, that was a detriment for an opposing team. If you couldn't cover ground, it was hard for an opposing outfield.
How hard was the weather?
Because the Royals teams that I played on had good speed, good hitters, and we would take advantage of 90 feet all the time.
What about the heat?
The same as St. Louis
What about the heat factor?
with their teams in the National League. Heat factor, no. I think players get conditioned to that.
Those banana skins they put in the shoes.
Yeah, all that ice. I think that happens, in a number of ballparks where it's the same. But guys come up through the minor leagues and the Southern League, Texas League, they get used to that stuff. So that wasn't a advantage for us.
Good.
Okay.